for the following area in California, Shasta Lake area, or northern Shasta County.
How's it going, guys? This is Norfolk Southern Storm, along with...
You already know who I am.
No, I don't. I mean, I do.
Touche.
I mean, I do. But some of these YouTube people don't. Babe.
Well, that's their fault. Just kidding. That's their fault. I am NorCal Dude 599, aka the OG.
The OG of deviousness, aka my babe.
Yep.
And we're gonna be trying something a little new here. As some of you, if not most of you, have seen trailers of my new series of my coaster reviews. Now, if you follow Claire Ranger 143, you should be familiar with radio reviews. Well, this is kind of similar to it, only in roller coaster form. So, let's get down to it. Basically, a summary is I go to wherever theme parks all around and whatever roller coasters I ride. Now, before I get started on this, there are a few roller coasters that I have. I'm getting ahead. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a wee bit. Not
This
too
is
terrible.
This is season 1. Rundown for.
This is only a test.
This is only a test. Anyway, starting over on that part. This will be the rundown of season 1. Let me pull it up here. Will be roller coasters from Cedar Point and Kings Island. Ah. Now with that said, I will be reviewing 24 roller coasters in this season. Now, there would have been more than 24, but the only 2 rides that will not be featured in this season are Bat and Flight of Fear, because I didn't get a chance to ride them due to time, because the park closed early for a good reason, and I will not mention that here. Let's not get started with that. But
Pretty much.
yeah. Well, yeah. Well, with that out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and review the first roller coaster on the list, which is from Kings Island, And that roller coaster is going to be, pull it up. It's going to be Adventure Express. Okay, so Adventure Express debuted on April 13th, 1991. Which means it will be turning 30 years old next year. The same age as me. Adventure Express is aerodynamics hybrid roller coaster. Now, if you're not familiar with hybrids, basically what they are is steel track on wooden structure or vice versa. So there's that. It's ow. Let's not hurt myself.
Don't hurt yourself.
Too late.
You're in trouble now.
Oops. I'm in trouble, guys. Anyway.
I knew I should have stayed. Actually, that reminds me. Nah, but I'll wait till after the video is over.
Okay. But moving along here. But yeah, like I said, Adventure Express is it's a hybrid roller coaster. It's a steel track on wooden structure, and made by Aerodynamics. With that out of the way, let's go to the first feature, and that is the length. Adventure Express is about 2,963 feet long of track. Not very much, but either way. Well, it's a small coaster. It's not meant for, you know, crazy sanity top throw dragster vibes. It's just a small roller coaster. I guess you can say a family coaster at that. So there's that. The next feature will be the height and the speed. Adventure Express is 63 feet tall, so it is not very tall at all. In fact, I think it's one of the smaller ones, one of the smallest ones there. That's not a kiddie coaster or, you know, one of those family-sized coasters. And I was waiting for it. That's what she said. Babe?
Sorry, working on something right now.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's 63 feet. It's only 63 feet tall, so it's not very tall at all. And it doesn't even go that fast either. It's only 35. It only goes at 35 miles per hour. Not very fast. And it's actually a good thing, and I'll explain that in a minute. Ah! For I cannot English. Anyway. Yeah, 35.
Not English at the moment.
Nope. But so yeah, it only goes 35 miles per hour. Not very fast at all. And next feature is the duration. This roller coaster only lasts about 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Although, when riding on it, it honestly feels a little bit longer. Because, well, I'll explain in a minute. But yeah, it's a little over 2 minute ride. And thankfully, it was no longer than that. But, yeah, like I said, I'll break it down in detail in here in a little bit as to why I'd say I'm glad it wasn't longer than 2 minutes and 20 seconds or faster than 35 miles per hour. But first, the next feature are the elements. Basically, all Adventure Express has is just you have your tunnel, and then another tunnel after that, and then you have a lift hill, and then you have another tunnel, and then another tunnel. It's basically Tunnel Central. Let's put it that way. Bunch of tunnels. It's a bunch of tunnels. Tunnel, lift hill, tunnel, lift hill. There, yeah, that's a pattern. How about that? Tunnel, lift hill, tunnel, lift hill, tunnel.
Which coaster are you talking about?
Adventure Express.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Just wait until I start ranting about that.
Yeah. You'll see in a minute.
Yeah.
I know, I keep saying it over and over again. Don't worry, you'll figure out why.
I've got a rant coming about
Adventure Express. But the next feature for this are airtime and theme. Hang on. And let's just say that there is absolutely no airtime at all on this roller coaster. You're pretty much in your seat the entire time. There is no airtime, thankfully, and there's just very little theming to it. Like, there's nothing going on there. There's really nothing going on there. But, yeah. So, here is why my babe and I are about to rant about Adventure Express. And that is the smoothness. Now, I'm gonna be very honest with Adventure Express. It is not smooth at all. At all. This is easily, and I'm gonna sound blunt, time to rant. This is easily the roughest ride I have ever ridden.
Yeah, I can definitely say the same too, and that's coming from someone who rode on that coaster for the first time.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm admitting right now that was the first time I've ever ridden a roller coaster, and I regret riding that one.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it turns out to be this thing.
It's literally the complete opposite of smooth.
Again, if you have ever ridden Adventure Express, what is smoothness? There is no smoothness at all on this roller coaster. It is easily the roughest ride that they have at Kings Island. And despite of it being a small coaster, and thank goodness it's a small coaster, because this thing literally destroys you like a vending machine. That sounded that
thing literally,
that made no sense.
Sore for a few days.
Well, that made no sense, but you get my point. Yeah, this thing, Adventure Express. Yeah, what's so adventurous about it? But in all seriousness, I'm sorry to say, but from my experience, Adventure Express and my babes, It is a very, very rough ride. It literally just, it destroyed us. Like, my head was just, my head was pounding. My head was pounding. My back was aching. I think I popped a few bones in there. And that's what she said.
Plus, the seats were very uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, not to mention the seats. You're just...
Yeah, the seats were...
They were just like...
I guess you could say those seats are probably worse than sitting on leather seats on a hot day.
Yeah. Leather seats on a hot day is... Yeah. Not a good combination. And yes, it was a very hot day at Kings Island. It was like 90 degrees, if close to it. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. And those bank turns that they had on this thing, it just literally threw you around and just practically killed you inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just a very rough and bumpy ride. And that's what she said too. Right, babe?
Yeah.
You good, babe?
Oh yeah. I'm still working on a video here.
Okay. Babe busy. But yeah.
But I'm still here.
Yeah. That's my little rant about Adventure Express. Yeah. You gotta kick it up a notch and be a little devious and rant about these kind of rides.
Oh yeah. Again, coming from someone who has never ridden a coaster before up until recently, yeah. That was the worst decision I ever made in riding that coaster.
Next time I'm taking you on a smoother coaster. But that's besides the point. Yeah. But yeah. Highly recommend. Well, okay, I'll get to that in a minute. But
the theme for today is I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay. Yeah. Well, cause I'm getting ahead of myself again.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but yeah, it's just not a smooth ride at all. In all seriousness, it's a rough ride. That's just from my experience. Some people might have had it better, but me, it was rough. But moving on to the layout. Again, there's really not much to it. It's mostly just trees all around you and just tunnels and...
The layout is kind of strange.
It was a little bit on the strange side. It's like, what is this? Like,
does this even belong here?
Like, what is this? Like, it's kind of...
Why is this here?
It was almost kind of hidden in a way. Like you could be walking by and not know it's there. Unless you're like on Banshee or Orion or something, and then you look, and if you look down, it's like, oh, there it is. But no, it's like kind of hidden until you walk by and, oh, there's a sign, Adventure Express. All right. Well, where is it? Oh, okay. But yeah, it's just mostly trees all around you. But
pretty much the trees just basically, say that coaster is non-existent.
Pretty much. Might as well say it's non-existent after what we experienced on it. But moving on to fun facts. Now, there's not too much into fun facts for this ride. Okay, but The only thing I will point out is originally they would operate with 3 trains, but nowadays they mainly run 2, basically because one is constantly being rotated for maintenance issues. I guess that's one good thing about this, is that they keep it going while the 3rd train gets pulled to the side for maintenance for being worked on. Well, I mean, you can say that for all roller coasters, but still. I guess that's the fun fact that I have for Adventure Express. Now, the next feature, now...
Fun fact. There is no fun fact.
Yeah. Fun fact, it's just not fun at all. I mean, what? The facts are just no fun. I mean, what? No. Moving on to would I recommend this ride? As I mentioned earlier, I highly recommend to at all costs not ride this. But that's just me. But if you want to ride it, that's all on you. I mean, it's your choice. It's your choice. It's anybody's choice. I'm not trying to tell you what to do or what you can and can't ride, whatever. This is just from our experience. I highly do not recommend this ride at all. This thing will literally throw you around and leave you walking away with a sore back and neck and maybe a couple bruises. Okay, maybe not that, but you'll be sore for sure. Let's put it this way. I've only ridden this thing once, and I do not plan to ride this thing again. I would rather ride the Beast again. No. I would rather ride Me Streak again over this. And Me Streak was just as rough as this. And there goes the there goes the Belchmaster. My babe.
Hola.
That's my babe. But
Yep.
But getting back on topic here. Yeah, I actually threw the name Me Streak in here. And yes, Me Streak was a very, very rough coaster. But it's non-existent anymore now that Steel Vengeance is around. But we'll get to that in the later on in the season. But right now we're talking about Adventure Express, and yeah, I would recommend riding other rides over this. That's just my opinion. Moving on to my final thoughts on this coaster and rating. Hang on. For Adventure Express, I'm sorry to say, but I have to give this a 1 because it is by far the worst roller coaster I have ridden to this day. It's the worst coaster I have ridden that is still in existence. I mean, if Me Streak was still up and running, it would probably be neck to neck. And honestly, I would rather ride Magnum many times than to ride this one again. And that is saying something. And I will talk about what I mean about that once I review Magnum later on this season. But that's besides the point. This thing is just as bad as Me Streak. And honestly, either do some serious maintenance on this coaster or tear it down. And I wouldn't be surprised if in the future that Adventure Express gets taken down. I'm sorry to say, that's just my opinion. I'm not trying to sound mean or harsh or whatever in any way, shape, or form. It's just my opinion. That's just my experience. I had a rough ride on this thing. It was very rough. Basically, once I was wanting to get off of it before this whole thing even started, actually, it was literally at the beginning of the ride. It was already becoming bumpy and crazy, and I was like, nope, I want this to end. And I never say that. I never say anything like that about I want to get off this thing. That's sad. That's sad for me to say. I wanted it to end. It was that bad. But I know you all have different opinions on this. I'm sure some of y'all have better experience on this thing. Let me know what are your thoughts on Adventure Express, if you have ever ridden it before, if you plan on it, or whatever. Again, I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do, saying, oh, you can't ride this thing, I don't want you riding this thing. I just don't recommend it. I mean, I'm just letting you know, spoiler alert, this thing will hurt you. It will hurt you. It's very rough, very bumpy. It's gonna make you wish that it would end sooner than 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Heck, I wanted this thing to end after 20 seconds, period. Not even that. But that's that. That's my review on Adventure Express at Kings Island in Mason, Ohio. And speaking of Mason, Ohio, shout out to AJ! Where's my babe at? Babe!
What?
There you are. There you are. Love you, babe.
Love you too.
Yay! But, that is all for this video and this review. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. This is No Force of the Storm signing out, along with
The OG. NorCal Dude 599.
aka my babe.
Yep.
And I will catch you guys next time, whatever the heck it is that we're doing. And I'm really hoping that this series will
Help me
work.
get a better understanding of what each coaster is in its unique way.
Yep. And until then, peace out. Have a good night.
See ya.
Sharpie.